years ago, I had a great friend who told me that I was listening to the enemy way more than I was God. And she was so right. And I hated every minute of hearing her say that because I knew she was right. But I loved God. I thought I had a very strong relationship with Jesus. I was baptized, all the things I was doing right and heading in a great relationship with him. Yet at the same time, I was listening to the enemy so loudly that I was drowning in depression. I had suicidal thoughts. I never felt a sense of belonging. I never felt like I was truly understood by anyone. And I really just didn't think that I mattered. I was a wife, I was a mom, I was a business owner, and I was also an employee of a company at the time, and I was trying to maintain relationships within my immediate family with my kids and my husband, as well as maintaining friendships that were near and far and family, because we don't have anyone here. It was a really strange time. It was hard because I realized that my entire life I had always been listening to the enemy, and I really hadn't been listening to God in any way that I thought I had. I started to question if I was even saved, if God really loved me, if I was worthy of him, if I was just a fraud. But the thing is that when my friend had told me that, it was the best thing I could have ever heard because it made me hungry for him. In those times of feeling distant, he had me go through things and unlock some doors that had a lot of shame and guilt built inside of them and just process. The cool thing is that I didn't have to do it alone, even though I thought that I was the most alone I could ever possibly be. He held my hand. He was right there with me. He had gone before me and already knew the path that was laying ahead. That's how I am here now, right in front of you. This is Rvl'd Beauty. This is the podcast. My name is Rachel. I'm a clean beauty hair and makeup artist, and my business is Rvl'd Beauty, and that's a long story about how that came into play, but it's just another funny way that God had his hand on me all these years ago, and I had no idea. And so I sit before you because I know that there's so many of you out there who may possibly still or have already come through a season of feeling alone and empty and just filled with past experiences that you can't erase. Maybe you just don't know how they can quite fit into your life at this moment, but I just want you to know that there is plenty of room for all those experiences to fit into your life, no matter where you are in your walk with God. If you don't even know who he is, I just want you to know that he uses all of those terrible things that you might quote them as beauty. He uses them for his good. He really does. I am going to reveal all of the dirty details of my life and my choices, I'm sure, throughout this podcast. I honestly don't even want to do this podcast, but a few months ago, the Holy Spirit just said to me, like, hey, dude, you need to do this. And so here I am walking in obedience, but I'm excited because I am scared. And I know that every time I have ever been fearful of anything in my life, it's always been the most important thing I've ever done. And so here I am. I'm a Jesus Christ follower. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a hair and makeup artist, a clean ingredients lover, and this is Rvl'd Beauty. So we're going to uncover beauty, the inner beauty, the superficial beauty, because I am a hair and makeup artist. We're going to discuss worthiness and, of course, just who you are at your core, no matter your past. So we're going to kind of walk through this together. This will be a journey for me as well, just to fall in love with who you are, who God created you to be, because he created you with great intention and purpose. And so we're going to walk through that together. This is just the intro episode, but the next 3 episodes are going to be great because we are going to discuss how redemption is so beautiful and how the enemy will speak these lies to you and how it's so easy to allow them to dictate the way you live out life. We're going to talk about the 3 lies that the enemy planted in me as a young child and how I listened to those lies throughout my life up until a couple years ago. And then the 3 truths that God allowed me to understand with him while he was holding my hand. It's just funny how he did it. I'm very excited to share those with you. So those will be the next 3 episodes. Rvl'd and Redeemed will be the title of that episode series. So stay tuned and come back and let's reveal some things. All right?